So I haven't touched it since last week here. And I have been thinking about it a little bit, and I think we're on a very good start. So the main things that my main initial goals, based on the learning that we had from our main campaign, was basically building up the infrastructure for resources, and basically just collecting as many resources as fast as possible, way ahead of time. And something that I want to focus on here as well is our motivation bar, as it's pretty interesting. I like the idea of motivation more than hope. So far we have the chapel, kind of with everybody included. And oh wow, plus 50, a plus. I just noticed that. An hour and a half into this expansion, I just noticed that. Let's see. It's been about a week here, a whole business week here, for me since I've seen this. So I just want to make sure that I remember everything here. So we got faster gathering that's coming up right now, and I think that's pretty much the last one, and then we're gonna go on to drawing board. So we have lots of tree stuff to do. In fact, we have almost no wood. So this thing is going to be cranking out a bunch of trees, and then we're going to plop another one down. This is what I was thinking about over the weekend here. Definitely going to be plopping these things down. So I'm going to build another one of these. How much does it cost? 10 wood. We can make it right now. Destroy resources. Okay, this one would not destroy resources. Let's go ahead and plop that there. And... Oop. Okay. Alright, so the other one, when we get to the next 10 wood, I want to put in a gathering post, and I want to put that over here by the coal. I don't think we necessarily need to gather coal just yet here, but maybe we should kind of farm as much wood as fast as possible before coal. I don't know. We don't even have a generator here, so I don't know what to expect. I just want to start gathering as much stuff as possible. Let's see, we have resource posts. I don't think we're nowhere near needing that. Alright, so I guess we'll kind of hold off a little bit. We have plenty of workers. What can we make here to kind of help, not necessarily speed things along, but, I don't know. How do we use our resources so we can actually kind of front load some of these things before it starts getting a little bit more, challenging here? Bathhouse. Bathhouses would protect our people from sickness by promoting cleanliness and healthy habits. We have to build a bathhouse. It requires 40 wood, 20 steel. People living near a working bathhouse are less likely to fall ill. Motivation will rise slightly. I'm interested in that. We'll kind of keep that in mind. I think that's what I kind of want to do here. Yeah, I think we'll do that. Well, preemptively, we'll start taking care of our motivation here. As fast as possible, we can start this the right way. Okay. Here we go. We got our faster researching, and we have just hit enough wood to start the tier upgrade. Let's go ahead and start working on that. Okay. And let's employ people there. Alright, so that should help us recover our wood pretty quickly.
The shift's over. Time to grab a bite.
Just before. Let's see. If we... Oh, that's right. We can't change this now. That's what's actually got me a little bit worried. I don't feel like I have the full control that we would otherwise have. Oh, we needed wood to make these dudes. Oh. Well, that's a shame. I hadn't thought about that part. Okay. Well, next time. Motivation will rise. Oh. Did we just use up the last bit of wood? I didn't even read it before I clicked it. I just clicked on the thing. Oh boy. This is how we make some good choices, you know? We just stop reading and just hit things. Oh, there's the food. It used to be over here. The steamy thing was over here. It's interesting, like, this expansion is actually, like, slightly a different game. Like, even the menu is a little bit different. What is this? Steel composites. Structural profiles. Steam exchangers. Interesting. Does that mean there's going to be, like, some, like, factory-driven things? We're actually going to be, like, manufacturing stuff? That's interesting. That sounds exciting, actually. I don't want to build that Pope, though. Oh. Start gathering resources piled up in the docks. Build and activate the fishing harbor. Oh my goodness, I've been ignoring the basic facilities. Okay. That becomes our new goal here. I was, like, doing my own thing. Not even paying attention to the clearly marked objectives that are imposed on us here. Alright, basic docks, we need 25 wood. We'll easily be able to do that tomorrow. Alright, so that's basic docks, research, and build docks. So we actually have... Oh, we did do it. Okay. A little frog in there. Build and activate fishing harbor or set up foragers camp. We did the foragers camp. Or no. Foraging parts? I don't see camp. I don't see that text anywhere. Resources, faster gathering. Docks, faster reloading, upgraded docks. Yeah, it's not in here. Okay. I'm sure once we build the docks, the game's gonna be like, okay, you did it. We have 2 days left. Okay. Alright. Work is to be done. Much work is to be done. Audio feels a little low to me. I guess we'll... Some people let me know. Whoa! Look at this little guy, and then boom! Okay. Do we want the docks to be... I think it's going to be near the infrastructure, but it'll probably end up being on both sides. Oh, we can put it all the way over here? Oh, even all the way back here. That's interesting. Alright, well, let's put it over here for now. That's a lot of structure for 25 wood. Alright, so that's happening, and I'm assuming we need to build some roads? Maybe not? I don't know. Okay, it's actually out of the zone here. So we did that. I guess we could... I think we have enough resources to build the bathhouse? Let's see. 40 wood, 20 steel. I don't know if I want to use up steel yet. Because right now I don't know how we're going to get steel. Is it even in here? Let's see. Sawmill, steam sawmill, charcoal kiln, sawmill range extension, sawmill, large resource depot. Gathering optimization, steam reloading station. What's a reloading station? Maybe it's for boats or something. Okay. I don't see anything related to steel in here. That's a little concerning. Forger carts. Finer mesh. Medical post upgrade. Finery. Infirmary, I mean. There's a lot less stuff. I mean, there's one whole tab that's missing. I don't know if it's just gonna, like, pop up at some point, but redesign templates, safety improvements, machine shop. That's a little bit different. Okay. All right. I guess we'll see here. Our big objective is the docks. I kind of want to wait and see what the docks are going to be about. In the meantime, we're collecting lots of wood. Machine shop. Okay, so now we can read about this. Allows us to build a machine shop and produce steam exchangers necessary to build the generator. Okay. So I'm assuming the whole goal of this is to actually build said generator. Okay. Specialized factory where versatile steam exchangers can be produced. Allows us to build a machine shop and produce steam exchangers necessary to build a generator. A specialized factory where versatile steam exchangers can be produced. These have to... Oh, I have to click it. Ventilation plant. There we go. Allows us to build a ventilation plant, which improves work safety across the construction site, consuming 25 coal per hour. Okay. This building provides the whole construction site with fresh air, improving safety in all workplaces. Oh. Protective structures. Installing lightweight protective structures across a workplace will temporarily reduce number of injuries caused by falls and blunt trauma. Each use will produce or improve workplace safety by 1 level for 24 hours at the cost of 6 structural profiles. Okay, so this is like kind of talking about stuff that I don't really know anything about yet. Alright, medical post upgrades. Fishing harbor. Fishermen set out from here to catch fish in the cold sea. I like that. Forger carts. Thanks to using carts of a new lighter design, forgers will move 50% faster. Allows us to build another forger's quarters and from a additional form an additional team of forgers. Okay, I'm inclined to do this just because we don't have like any food stuff. So I know the objective here is to build the generator, and I guess that's what I'm kind of having to wrap my mind around right now. It's a very different like sort of frame of mind than the main campaign was kind of focusing on. I mean, narratively speaking, right? Alright, telegraph station. Now that we have built the basic resource infrastructure, we can set about bringing more people and steam cores from England. To do this, we have to build the telegraph station. Start gathering resource piled by the docks. We have everything. There's no stockpiles here. I don't know why that hasn't been checked off. That's weird. Build and activate the fishing harbor. Oh, we do have to do the fishing harbor. So, okay, we are doing that one. Telegraph station. Oh, okay. Okay, this can go anywhere. So I guess we can't stick it right there. I guess we'll just stick it right here. Not adjacent to a street. No problem. We will build you a street. Boom. Just like that. You got a street. No resource selected. Oh. Docks will produce coal pile. Wait, oh, we'll unload. Well, right now it needs to be steel. It's inoperative. There's nobody there, and you have to... Okay. But yeah, we're gonna need steel, because right now I don't see steel resources. I also noticed that we are going to be producing, even though we don't have a generator, we are going to be needing coal. So let's go ahead and place this down as well, and let's build a road straight in. Boom. Just like that. Okay. So those are going to be coming through. There we go. Hey, look, a boat! Wait, boat, where are you going? Oh, it's gone. Oh yeah, that's right. Oh, we have our scouting people. Okay. So we should have enough resources. Boom. We need to do this, like, pronto. Alright, so I guess we'll do some reindeer tracks. Go for it. Okay. Cool. Alright. Oops. Wait. Oh, I thought that was like a giant building. Whoops. Okay. Alright. Well, these are getting built here. Let's go ahead and fast forward a little bit. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. Oh, this is... We can just request people. Oh, and we can request steam cores. what does it cost? What does this cost number mean? It doesn't actually say what it is, it just says cost. Logistical limit 43. Okay, so if I get 10, it costs 20, so that's 40, which left us with 3, and this is 2. Okay, so is that... Alright, so each of these cost a value that goes towards a logistical limit. Okay. Had a read into that a little bit. You only bought... Oh, so 2 gives us that. Okay. Since we still have 3, and I only saw 2 things in the research so far that actually required a steam core, we'll keep it as 1 steam core per shipment. And we'll kind of... So next time we'll do 4 and 3. Order shipment. And we'll kind of do it that way, I guess? So we'll get another shipment in 1 day. The line is open. New news from London. Good work on setting up the construction camp. Now that we have a line of communication, use it to request resources. We will provide what we can, but be aware that your camp is not the only project we supply. There are 2 other construction sites in your area. Together, these 3 generators will secure shelter for inhabitants of Liverpool should the worst happen. Their fate is in your hands. Do not let them down. We shall succeed. So one thing that just immediately pops into mind here, as I was reminding myself internally, we have 1 day, 18 hours to finish these, like, to figure out why the gathering of materials around the camp that we've completed is not actually being checked off. I'm assuming maybe it has to do with this? Like, can this not be in here? Why would they have put it in there? Yeah, I don't really understand why this hasn't been checked off. Anyway, I kind of thought there would be a time limit, and this would be kind of based on some major time event, right? Before the world freezes over. Oh, cool, you can see the transport too. Yeah, but before, like, the world freezes over, I thought there would be, like, a sort of time limit. But, I guess not. Or maybe the game doesn't... We don't know narratively when it's going to be happening just yet. Okay, so just kind of the back of my mind, I'm assuming we have to finish the generator before the freeze comes. Maximum people. We have 20 more people. Let's see. We do have the law for a bathhouse, which we can employ. We probably would employ 5. What are our resources at here? I don't know how much is going to be in the shipment of this. I don't know how much steel we're actually going to get before I want to spend it here. So we do have a few more people coming in, so... Oops. Let's go ahead and build an additional tent. And let's just stick it right there. And that'll be for our new guests. I think it's super dark in here now. Okay. Cool, everybody's happy. Everybody's only half motivated. Just by the defaults. I mean, people should be pretty hungry right now. But, I guess they're not. We might have a few additional resources to make a second workshop, which I'm kind of thinking we could do. I wish this was actually a little bit open. Oh well. I'm not sure where I want to put this little guy, actually. We could put it over here. I don't want to move everything over. But, I'm not going to. It is what it is. We don't really need 10? Or, 2 of these things. But we do have the spare workforce, and I'd hate to kind of waste our resources like this, or time, actually, on stuff like this. So... let's go ahead and try to gather, like I was saying, as much resources as we can while we have time to. Alright, let's just pop that right there. We're gonna end up destroying it. Okay. We're kind of front-loading some of the cost here so that we can gather stuff a little bit more quickly. Oh, let's go. And yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna try that as a strategy tonight. See how it turns out. Whoa, forgers have reached their reindeer tracks. Let's check it out. Reindeer tracks. A partially eaten reindeer carcass lies in a circle of trampled, blood-stained earth. The tracks lead further. Let's move on. Oh. There's nothing more we can do there. Alright, we found a partially eaten reindeer carcass here once. Hunting grounds, nesting plates. Okay. Hunting grounds. Reindeer tracks lead towards a wide stream of glinting in the sun. Nesting place. Dozens of birds circle over a solitary rock outcrop far ahead. Let's go there. Okay. Alright. Go ahead and speed this along. Boop-a-doop-a-doop. Employ 5 more people. Okay. And let's employ that. Okay. And when this is done, we'll be able to do... See, now this, we'll be able to actually research stuff like at least once a day now. And our resources are pretty good. Fishing harbor. Oh, see, we're committing to each of these little sections. Okay. Let's go ahead and plop that over there. Because these things can be placed anywhere. I do aesthetically... I like the docks. No, we'll just leave it there. I was thinking aesthetically, I kind of like the docks in these little alcoves here. But, you know, I'm thinking maybe the docks, because they don't need any roads, we should have actually put the docks like way out here. You know, so that our really close places can be, like if they need roads. I don't even know if they need roads. Alright, let's grab the next research thing here. More forgers, forger carts. What does this one do? 50% faster. I don't think it's time for that. I think there's other things that's probably a little bit more useful. So reloading station, what do you do? Allows us to build reloading stations which gather resources piling up at the docks. What? Allows us to... Oh. Start gathering resources piled up by the docks. Oh, and it's been made clear now. Oh, okay, so hold on. Reloading station allows us to build reloading stations which gather resources piled up at the docks. Why wouldn't that just be a gathering post? People working here gather resources piled up at the docks and transfer them to the stockpiles. Isn't that redundant to gathering? Isn't that exactly what this does? People working here gather resources from nearby coal piles, wood crates, and steel wreckage. Okay, so they've... alright. Whatever. That's kind of weird. Alright. So, yeah, we need that, like, immediately. And there is also a quest for it, so... let's go ahead and start researching that. So, I didn't know that was going to be a thing, so I guess... this building needs to kind of move? Aesthetically, I just don't like it there, you know? Oh well. That's just the nature of the game, I suppose. These are really big piles. 4,000 coal is piled up there. Alright. There's a pile up at the docks. Sir, resources are piling up at the docks. Let's start gathering them, or we won't be able to unload the ship soon. You could immediately assign people to gather them, but wait, build a gathering post or two to be more efficient, or research and build a reloading station, which is the best solution. Okay, so reloading station is where in the regular game, a gathering post is not something you would upgrade. You would just kind of supplement upgrades by kind of adding or tacking on efficiencies for it. And with the new theme being like with docks and things like that, the upgrade is actually a completely different building. Gotcha. All right, so this will actually allow us to have a bit of food. I hope this is not the only way to have food. All right, so now we're starting to struggle with people. Okay, so I think coal actually, let's take 5 from coal since we don't actually really need coal right now. Wow, look how much wood we have. All right, so let's actually build one of these. This actually does have to be a part of a street, doesn't it? All right, let's see what this building's shape is first, and then we'll plop that down and see what we can do. All right, reloading station. Oh, cool. It just actually gets added to the dock. I like that. That's neat. Cool. That makes a little bit more sense. Now, aesthetically, it's not like making my eyes twitch. All right, faster reloading. Docks will be 10% more efficient. I don't think I'm really interested in that right now. Sawmill upgrade allows us to introduce workplace improvements that will raise the efficiency of all sawmills and steam sawmills by 25%. This would allow us to front load our wood gathering. Resource depots will be able to store 50% more resources. This is cheaper than building a resource thing. It might be a sort of stopgap for our current research or our current resource problem. We should probably consider these things here pretty soon, especially since we have steam cores come. We've spent a steam core. Did the dock require a steam core? What actually? Oh, reloading station requires a steam core. Well, I'm glad I ordered a steam core. It'll be here in 52 minutes. All right. Protective structures. I don't think I want to focus on gathering stuff first. I'm inclined to do this one before the sawmill. I think I'm gonna do some of these things. Kind of get the critical resource gathering stuff like kind of finished, and then we can kind of build everything else out. All right. I don't know if that's going to be the right answer, but that's the answer I'm picking. All right, nesting place. This inaccessible rock is a nesting place for numerous birds. The ground around it is covered with fish remains. Let's move on. That was it? Okay. This is not a very fruitful adventure that these guys are on. We can see more industrial buildings here. No smoke or other signs of activity. A lake full of fish. We can see light reflexes in a large body of reflexes. I mean reflections? Large body of water in the distance. Birds fly from its location carrying fish. I want to go there because I want to... I'm thinking food first. Alright. Since this is pretty inadequate, I have to say. And every time I look up here, there's like no food available. So we're doing, okay, resource depot upgrade. So we can't overtime any of these things yet. Pretty sure that's because there's a law? Or do we not have a law for that? Evening service, by the chapel, burial sites, overcrowding, care house. So I'm still thinking we should do this. 20 steel. How much steel do we have? We don't even have enough. We are about to be able to do that, but I'm not going to just queue up our quest here. Okay. Transport has arrived with 1 steam core and a few more people. Sweet. And notice no homeless people. Thank you. And 3 of those people can go in there. Let's see, these are only... Oh, I see. So we can't just put engineers and workers willy-nilly. Like, we have a specific number of each type of character. That's a little different. So engineers can be in here. And engineers in the public house. Okay. Alright. Where's our... Did we already get rid of our... we built a medical thing, and I think I got rid of it because it felt a little too early. So because people are going to start getting hungry, I think our last few engineers could become medics. Go ahead and put one of those there. Can we put engineers in here? Nope, just workers. So at least now we know we're not making a mistake of accidentally putting engineers in an otherwise worker predominant or worker dominant locations here. Let's grab 5 from here and increase the number of people in there. And let's take 1 person from, let's take 2 people from there. And let's plop them in here. Okay. And let's put our 4 remaining engineers in the medical bay. Alright, so let's telegraph. We need more workers. Specifically, we need 1 engineer, 5, 6, 7. So we need 17 or 12 regular workers. Hey, look at that. We can just order that exact amount of people. Alright, so that is, we'll just call it a nice even 20 of people. So let's build 2 more tents. Boop. And put this one awkwardly right there. And we're going to extend the road over here. Okay. Alright. Working. We're working. Everyone's starving. Nice. Okay. Now the next day has begun. Alright, they have arrived. Alright. The lake is teeming with fish. Dozens of birds hunt them, swooping and diving in the water. Let's explore. Rich fishing ground. That's what I was hoping for. There's plenty of fish in the lake. We could stay here for a few days and catch them. We can set up camp here to supply raw food to the construction site. I see. I would like to do that. It's a great place to set up a fishing camp. The camp will deliver 80 raw food every 1 day, in total 720 raw food food over the next 9 days. Does that mean that's the limit? After 9 days it's gonna go away? Would like to set up camp. Okay. I have learned that when the game wants you or offers to you to set up camp, you take that offer. Generator shaft structure. Now that you have a basic infrastructure, it's time to start with construction of the generator. Build a profiles manufacturer, then produce 8 structural profiles that will allow you to set up the shaft structure. Okay. We can just do that now? Oh. We need structure profiles. Okay, we need... we have the wood, we just need the steel. So this thing should be giving us some steel now. And there we go. And right, so this is our people, and this is the steel. So right now, the steel pile is pretty big. Can we make like several of these? Oh, we can make those. Okay. Oh, this is right next to it. Ooh, I like this. I like the limitation, the auto-organizing, if you will. They've like already organized this like, hey, this is how you should set this up. So this thing needs coal. A plant where universal structure profiles can be produced. Hey, look at that. It just fits perfectly right in between there. So we'll just go and stick that right there. Right, and this thing is producing 5 food. Let's go ahead and re-enable this. And we do have people in there. Cool. So now people can have some decent food, more or less. And I would love to build an extra one of those things, but we are going to have a good amount of food coming in from our camp outpost. Ooh, generator construction overview. Whoa, okay. Oh. Oh, wow. Okay, I like these new meters. Alright, so I was thinking about this in my first playthrough in the main game. The game is not really a real-time strategy game, right? Not in a regular sense. It is very interestingly kind of like it's a spreadsheet numbers game with like some really fancy graphic stuff. And the choices, the only thing that's on top of that sort of basic data sort of transition and stuff like that, where you have like the temperature gauges and things like that, and like the hope meter and deceit and all that kind of stuff, or discontent. You have the player's choices, which creates this variability, and otherwise fairly structured sort of framework. So with that sort of framework in mind, you can just change the label and any of those sort of overlays to produce a different sort of narrative. I really love that choice. I love the flexibility that offers with adding new expansions, adding to that experience, and as time goes on, you can kind of layer these things on top of an existing sort of platform, if you will. And every expansion can kind of introduce different sort of narrative patterns or layers and things like that. That's really neat. I mean, you could take this formula, you can take the formula from this game and basically put any narrative you want on it. That's pretty neat. All right. Generator construction. Sorry. Tapping my table. Structural profiles, steel composites, and steam exchangers. In stock, hued, and total. Okay. See, this is kind of like exposing the spreadsheet right here. Let's see, milestones. Set up the shaft structure. You hear that nice little subtle difference in the sound? So this is like activating it, right? So it's very what's called staccato. So it's a very like, and when I unlock it, you can hear that. So locking it in, releasing it. That's cool. I like that. A nice little touch to the sound. Alright, enough goofing. So we're gonna do this one, I guess. Build the foundations, heart of the generator. I mean, it seems like that's what you kind of want to do. Optional upgrades. Generator upgrade riser system. Generator upgrade overdrive. Generator upgrade heat vents. Optional upgrade costs. Cool. Okay, so I can see where my assumption of resource gathering actually being really important, because clearly we need a lot of stuff. Okay. Cool. Feels slightly validated. All right. Okay, so we are researching a thing. We have built everything. Oh, yep. We have built everything that we can. Luckily, we do have some engineers coming in. We can always take engineers out of the workshop because we don't really need 2 workshops right now. So what is this pile at? I'm curious to see if this one reloading dock would actually be enough for this pile, or if we need to put a gathering thingy right next to it. Boudieu photography. Sir, supply ships. Bring post for the crew from time to time. For security reasons, all letters are opened and read, but we may sometimes ask you for instructions. In this case, one of our people received a passionate letter from a lady friend, together with a highly suggestive photograph. Are we to allow this shameless debauchery? Alright. Confiscate the picture. Discontent will rise slightly. Leave the picture. I mean, they're gonna miss home. I guess we confiscate it. I mean, this is the world we're in here, right? In this like Big Brother, like we're not allowing you to actually experience anything other than work, so we're gonna confiscate that picture. Slight discontent. Alright, research is done. Alright, so I'm happy with this frame for now. I think our wood production is probably a little bit too fast. But we did increase the resource thingy. Faster reloading might actually be pretty useful, but I think we need to start setting some of these other things up. I think the machine shop is next. So I think the sooner we can start actually producing the 3 different resources for the generator, the better we're going to be in the end, I think. So, oh, it needs workers. Okay. So the first number is going to be 8. It can supply up to 20 people. Well, we do have a good amount of wood right now. Could stick 5 in here for now. Guess we're just going to produce 6. What does this need? Profiles manufacturer will produce 1 structural profiles from 25 wood. Okay. Okay. 25 wood. We could just put 2 people in there. Guess we don't really have any opportunities. We don't have any work for engineers right now. Just workers for there. Yeah, the next thing I kind of want to research is the unloading of this thing. So we are gathering quite a lot of coal. I don't know, the fact that the game offered it to us so early makes me feel like we should have people in there. But maybe it's a little premature to kind of throw that many people in there. Maybe we can get away with a little bit less. Okay, nobody should be hungry at this point. Look at this. And people are eating well, right? Cannot resume production because it requires raw food. Standard meal. Oh, hearty meal. Cookhouse would produce 3 food rations from 3, so it's 1 to 1. Okay. So this produces twice as much. This produces 1 to 1. So once we make that outpost out there, then we'll be good. So did they actually... Oh, they're delivering 80 raw food, like, immediately. Interesting. Okay. So we didn't actually set up the camp, like, over time. We just had it. Okay. I appreciate that little tidbit there, the little immediacy that it's offering us. Yeah, see, this is piling up. I'm really, really tempted to put in a gathering post. Like, at least for now. They're not too expensive. And, I mean, we need the steel. And more importantly, I don't know, I don't want to research that yet. We don't even have people, really. But I could take 2 people off of this guy over here. I'll slow down our wood production. Really need more people. Really, really need more people. I mean, the 5... I mean, we have engineers in here. Oh, we have 2 people right now. Oh, are they engineers? Oh, yeah, they are. Oops. I love hitting the escape key. I've said that like at least 4 or 5 times now. Alright, so I guess they can do something in there. I'm not super excited about that change. The slight change here where engineers have engineering jobs and workers have worker jobs. I mean, it makes sense. I'm not opposed to it narratively. I'm more opposed to it mechanically. I like the freedom that we had before. It does kind of impose a little bit of an interesting, I suppose, back and forth, or where I feel like I'm having to make these choices about individuals rather than, you know, just people. Even just that one little switch. I'm gonna go ahead and fast forward here. Even that just one little switch at least gets us to start a dialogue to differentiate workers from engineers, which before we kind of had here and there, but I think this kind of brings it up a little bit more. It drums up a little bit more of that type of dialogue. Transport has arrived. We have 12 workers and 1 engineer. Notice no homeless people. Okay, so this is the utmost importance. We also still need wood, so we need to have at least 1 maximum wood. So we have 4 more. I'm not sure how many people are actually going to be... Wait. No gatherable resources. The game actually used the text gathering post to get stuff from this pile over here. Alright, I don't really understand then. I can't put multiples of these on here. Alright, well that's... I guess that clears that up. And so I'm a little surprised actually. I mean, the text did say we could. Alright. Alright, so that mathed out to being almost perfect. We already passed through... Oh, it's still the nighttime. Okay. It's 5 in the morning. Okay. I got confused. Alright, I think this is a decent spread. We need wood right now. That's pretty much that's pretty much the predominant resource that we are missing out on. Engineers, we're kind of doing okay. We should probably put in our order here. Our motivation continues to go down. I don't know. I'm not sure we have the powers, enough powers right now to actually bring motivation up. Maybe there's a sermon? We need food to do that. We have lots of raw food, actually. Well, maybe we can do that soon. Oops. I was just trying to remember what I was doing. Alright, here's a beacon. Okay. So... I want to go back to ordering one of these things. I'm glad I at least ordered 1. We're at 3. I think we're okay right now. We need a lot of workers. I mean, we could fit 10 right there. But between coal and producing enough wood... so that's... I mean, I could take another 12. Easy. I don't really want to... I don't know, maybe just max. I don't really want to get any more engineers. We have 5 engineers in our... Oh, we need to make another group. 15 workers. That's where they went. Oh. Okay, I thought this number kind of dropped a little bit. Okay. So I think food is about to turn around and is actually kind of okay. If he builds... Is there research for faster reloading, food, health, more forgers, forger cards? Okay. Yeah, finer mesh and all that kind of stuff. How expensive is this? 75 and 25. Okay, no problem. Alright. What does Machine Shop demand? 60 steel. Okay. Not a lot of wood, but a whole lot of steel. Okay, no problem. Forger cards. Thanks to using carts of a new lighter design, forgers will move 50% faster. Alright, so this would allow us to get another group, which is fairly important, because right now we can't actually make any more. I'm assuming, actually, I'm thinking we can't build any more forgers because they're an outpost, and that's still technically a forger. Boosted forger cards. Okay, so this would increase our food rate, our food income. So this would allow us to have maybe 100 come in, 50% faster. So yeah, that would be 120 to come in. That would be fantastic. Actually, I'm inclined to do that next. I mean, we gotta have food, right? It's unfortunate, but I think, like, to get a rock-solid foundation is just gonna help us later. Oh no. Safety concerns. Sir, a few of our people fell ill from breathing strange fumes wafting from the shaft. It could have been worse. One of them passed out and fell from a scaffolding. We can't ignore health hazards any longer. From now on, the safety level of every workplace at the construction site will be monitored. If it's low, people working there will get sick. If it's very low, they might even get injured or die. Okay. I have 2 days to pass a law improving safety. I don't think I remember reading anything regarding a law and safety. Alright, well, I guess we have to do that. But I don't, like I said, I don't remember reading anything about a law. Oh, it's a new tree. Okay. Safety procedures. Alright, let's see what this tree is. Safety procedures. Enforcing safety procedures will compel people to work with less haste and greater care. This will temporarily improve safety in a workplace at the cost of efficiency. Alright, so motivation will basically cancel this out, but also we won't have the advantage of motivation. Safety procedures. People will work slower but safer. Using safety procedures raises workplace safety by 1. Motivation will rise slightly. Using safety procedures lowers efficiency by 25%. I think I'm okay with the time because the game has not imposed upon us a timeline yet. Short shift. Building a generator is exhausting and dangerous. When people are not overworked, they will make less mistakes. You can shorten the workday in generator construction facility to 8 hours. Using short shift raises workplace safety by 1. Motivation will rise slightly. I like this one a little bit more. And I would like to believe that the shorter shift here will increase the number of workers in other places, but that would require us to kind of move stuff around, and I think micromanaging is not a big thing in this game. We could use the newest experimental medicines to treat the gravely ill. New building dispensary. Cures gravely ill to ill with potent chemical medicines. Okay, well, this is just band-aiding. Short shift, I do like this. This one, I'm not sure how I feel about efficiency just yet. I'm gonna go with the short shift. Work standardization. After hours equipment maintenance. That sounds kind of cool. I like equipment maintenance. That sounds like an efficiency increase, right? Less downtime. Work standardization. Oh. Extended shift. Finishing such advanced construction in these conditions is a monumental task. People will get more done if they work longer shifts. You can extend a workday in any facility to 14 hours. Working overtime causes discontent. Discontent will rise slightly. We do not understand what is even required to bring down discontent in this expansion or even bring up motivation at this point. So I don't want to do anything that's going to produce more discontent than I think I can predictably handle here. 2 shift. We can accomplish our key goals twice faster if we throw twice the manpower at them. New shift link. You can permanently extend the workday in any facility to 24 hours. Workplaces on 2 shifts need double manpower. Working on 2 shifts causes discontent. Discontent will rise slightly. I'm gonna wait on that one, and I think the game wants us to pick one of these 2 things. We are either gonna be decreasing our efficiency, or we're simply gonna have a shorter shift. I'm inclined for the shorter shift, but I think mechanically this second level is really enticing me. This after hours equipment maintenance sounds like an efficiency. It's going to end up removing this little bar on the bottom, or this little bullet. This one's all positive. Work standardization also sounds like an all positive thing as well. So I think I'm just gonna do the short shift. My heart says short shift. First safety law. Is it because of motivation too? I kind of forgot about that part. Alright. So we got 16 hours between... What's next? Free Saturdays? Shorter hours? I'm all in favor. Yeah, let's get that motivation up. So I wonder if this is actually going to be... Oh, temporary modifiers. Okay. Well, that's going to be countering the daily loss a little bit. Produce 8 structural profiles. We have 3 so far. Of 8. Set up a shaft structure. Set up the shaft structure. What are we working on right now? Oh, we're working on forger cards. Protective... How do I build? We just don't know yet. It might be this. Installing lightweight protective structures across our workplace will temporarily reduce the number of injuries caused by falls and blunt trauma. Each use will improve workplace safety by 1 level for 24 hours at the cost of 6 structural profiles. I don't want that. Optimize protection. Safety improvements. Optimize materials. This sounds like a cost reduction. And I'm not sure what Foundry does. Maybe it's part of the automaton stuff. Okay, cool. I think we are on a good track here. Oh, we have a medical person. That's that medical person who was coughing and gripping his throat. I need to move my microphone. I keep tapping it. I don't hear it in my own like feedback here, but I'd hate for it to be like, and you're like, oh no, I can't handle this. All right. So we have the forger cards, which is fantastic. I'm not going to worry about this too much, and I think that is probably going to be a choice that our future self, we're going to be a little upset about. But I think we need... Each will improve workplace safety. I'm not sure... Alright, so in the main campaign, we have the temperature gauges changing, and that's what kind of we had to use our like overcharge for. This is sounding to me kind of like that overcharge mechanic where we can get 1 extra level of some metric or data point. And I'm inclined to actually go this route because we need to build the resources, right? I think the law was pretty much like resolve that. I don't think I need overcharge yet. I think we need some of these basic components for our workplace, or our infrastructure, if you will. I think there's more infrastructure things to do. But we might find that we actually don't need some of these things until a little bit later. Speaking of, actually... Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's true. Okay, so yeah, we don't actually need to build them or research them just yet, because right now we need to do this shaft structure. And that's part of this thing. We only need 8, the structural profile. So the rate that we are building the structural profile will tell us... Look how much food we have. We actually could switch this over to good meals. Let's see. Losing my train of thought. So the rate that we're building these will tell us how soon we need the next things. The machine shop. What do you build? Steam exchangers. This is a steam exchanger. Okay, so that symbol we actually do need next. And we don't need the next thing until a little bit later. So I think it might actually be time to do drafting machines. Allows us to research tier 2 technologies. And again, the reason why is because we actually don't need the ventilation plant until tier 3. And I feel like we're a little bit far from that. And I'm inclined to do some of these other things. Finer mesh, more forgers, medical post upgrades, stuff like that, and then infirmary. I think it's time to do tier 2. And especially earlier on in the game, because those take a while to do the tiers. And right now we have the engineers to actually have 2 workshops. So I think we're still making pretty good choices here. And the 50% increase has given us a little bit of extra time. This is climbing. Did we do that one? Did we do the reloading station? Faster reloading. We have not. I kind of forgot about that one. Let's reevaluate after we do the tier 2 thing. I mean, 10%. I really wish the gathering thing would work. It's a little frustrating, honestly. Oops. The game did not describe that information effectively, I think. I mean, the narrative literally said we could use the gathering posts. I might be wrong, but I remember reading that. So it's a little bit frustrating. I'm sure is it just the upgrade path? Is that it? Faster? No, there's no more. I guess it just hits a rate, and that's just the rate that we have. I've also noticed that there's no like other woody things and whatnot. So I think these docks, I'm a little worried about resources in general in this expansion here. So what some of these early signs are like kind of telling me here, I'm assuming we're not going to have a wall, the same thing like in the main campaign. We're not going to have a tree wall generator thing, or a coal mine, or a steel mine. I don't think we're going to have any of those things. I think we're going to be limited to these docks, which is kind of weird, because if this is like an early sort of look at the main campaign, in other words, if this is like an early look into an environment the player would be playing in the main campaign, there should be resources for mining and stuff like that. So why aren't there any? It's kind of strange. Guess we don't know yet. Oh, wait a minute. We have 13 people. We have 110. I don't think we made any more huts. I think we need to make more huts. Let's count them before we go and just do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Alright, 12, 120. We have 13, so we need to make one more hut. Let's just keep everything in line. Oh, we should probably be building out. No. The limit of the church, of the chapel, is actually the limit to the homes that I want to focus on. Okay. Our roads are not as bad this time. Transport has arrived. We have 3 homeless people, as predicted. Like, see, our roads aren't as bad. See, now we can connect this one up here a little bit later. I mean, this one's pretty bad. I mean, everybody's going to work. That's not good. That's a long walk. But, I mean, then again, it would be a long walk anyway, so maybe it's not a big deal. Alright, so we got lots of food. We got good meals coming out. Hearty meals. We can kind of flip-flop. Maybe some of our motivation will start building up now. Let's see. It's not in there yet. Current effect on efficiency, 0%. So, right, because we're in the middle. Okay. I was thinking the amount of motivation that kind of gets added in every day. What's that? I heard like Batman's cape. Oh. Huh. Alright, so we have our huts. Oh, the law. That's the sound that we just heard. All right. So let's take a look at our work standardization. People working on short shifts are well rested. If we plan their work carefully, we can use their full potential. Workplaces will be 10% more efficient during short shifts. Using short shifts will cause a little discontent. Discontent will rise slightly. What? Why? I don't understand that. I don't understand how that... I mean, I get it mechanically. Sure, there's a cause and effect. I mean, they kind of... I don't really have anything to reduce discontent right now. I don't think we really even need efficiency right now. I mean, is that first layer around the generator considered the work area? Is that what's being built or being... is that what the game is communicating as work efficiency? So, let's see. Safety procedures. Work safety. Help people to work less pace, greater care. Temporary improve safety in the workplace, cost efficiency. Oh. So how does this work? If we do a law for the short shift, and then we do a law for extended shift, how does that work? Oh, I see. This allows us to change it. Okay. It's just a little bit confusing because this talks about the shaft versus, you know, just like workplaces. So this is like the general sort of like the little flippy thing and the 24-hour thing. Gotcha. So this is 2 shifts and this is the extended thing. I really like the little extendy thingy. It's still kind of talking about the shaft though. Finishing such advanced construction in these conditions is a monumental task. People will get more done if they work longer shifts. Yeah, you can extend a workday in any facility. Okay. Extended shift compensations, work shift coordination. I think I might do extended shift. Can I look at this? Oh, that's right. Medicine. There's no extensions off of that either. So this one ends right there. This is a pretty short little law book here. Alright, I think I'm gonna do extend shifts. I don't really want to continue reducing efficiency. This would just allow us to have +2 workspace. So before we pick, what's our current safety? So we don't have a current safety? Oh. No, that's temperature. I'm confused. Oh, that's temperature overlay. Oh. Oh, this is the workplace. Oh, okay. I got confused because the narrative is talking about the shaft like I was talking about before. Oh, Taram, hello! Welcome back. How many times, trailer? How many failed? How many times failed? Is trailer is supposed to have been failed? I haven't failed yet. I think we're doing pretty well right now. We're getting through. We're learning. This is unhealthy environment. Yeah, I mean we're kind of doing things. So the first thing that I was talking about. The first thing I was talking about in the beginning of this, or the sort of thought that I had earlier, is there's no end date. Like I was kind of expecting the game to kind of go, you have 1 year to build the generator. I'm a little surprised that there isn't like a sort of schedule. See, like a schedule. The game is talking about a schedule, but I don't see one. Why is there a schedule and I'm not privy to know? Oh well. Alright, so we can add 5 more people here because of the efficiency thing. Oh. It's already slotted itself into the longer length. Okay. It's Maybe there is, maybe there isn't. Well, you know, if I'm the leader of this construction site, I need to know the plan. It just seems like something I should know. Just saying. Alright. 6 more workers. Alright, so we don't have... We could put more... yeah, let's put more people in here. And I guess we'll throw the last person in there. So how have you been, Artera? Thanks for joining. Let's see. What technology are we doing right now? Oh, that's right. The tier 2. Okay. Got the ship. We have food supply coming in. They're coming back in. They've already delivered. Yeah. I like how once they get to our place, they immediately pop into the outpost. Then they take their long journey back to us, and then boop, zip right there. So we got the people. All right, so let's order more humans. Oh, logistical limit is 26. So let's get 1 steam core and 3 workers. Kind of overloading in steam cores. Just tell you this. Materum says, I just tell you this. The narrative will go as it wishes. The narrative will go as it wishes. You cryptic person, you. Safety procedures are off. Let's turn those things on. Alright. Bad omen. This morning the camp is strangely quiet. Ooh. People pass the bad news in hushed voices. An owl is perched atop a scaffolding. You know, owls are a bad omen. It's not true. It's not true. I don't know where that came from. You've been good and just piled in projects for the end of the semester. Oh, sweet. Projects are a good set of goals to have, right? And to give you a little bit of motivation. You can kind of build your own structure. It's nice knowing what your timeline is, isn't it, Oterum? Despite it being broad daylight, they were superstitious even the best of times. But here, in this remote, harsh place, they see it as a worse omen, worse than a herd of black cats. Just the owl perched atop a scaffolding is worse than a gaggle of black cats. Workers refuse to even look at the bloody bird. Never mind, shoo it away. Alright. Superstitious people here. We have lots of food. Let's go ahead and do this one, I guess. Increase that motivation. Still running behind schedule, about 4 hours. I can see this just climbing way out of control. It is indeed. Sick app. We have 5 sick people? Why? Why are they sick? Is the work conditions? Look at that. Green. It is safe. So, Oterum, I was also kind of talking about, other... Oh, storage. Oh no, storage has reached capacity. Hold that thought. Resources. I meant to do this a while ago. I think I'm going to build out in this direction. Alright, so that being said, I'm going to take everybody off of that one. Let's go get some coal. We have 3 people. What's going on with this building? Why is it all construction-y looking? Oh, it's not. It's just the angle. Okay. It looks like scaffolding stuff. So if you have a schedule, if you know you're... So you have a schedule then, if you know you're 4 hours behind. Well, I can't click it though. There's no... I can't look at it. Oh, wait. Oh, set up the shaft structure. deadline day 16. Okay, Rotarum. Nice little hint to direct me towards there. Good work. 5 hours behind schedule. Okay. I don't want to build 2 of these things. Very manipulative of you. Clever. All right. We found it. All right, so we have the resource thingy being built up. If you're just joining us here, we just unlocked tier 3. Nope, tier 2. We have a lot of stuff research here. I'm trying to like front load a lot of the researching things, and to try to gather up our resources quickly in the beginning. And I'm assuming then we can kind of shift focus to actually develop stuff. But I see there's a schedule and stuff like that, so we have to make sure we are meeting some of those requirements. I think I'm going to do faster reloading. Let's see, efficient gathering. People will gather stuff faster. Finer mesh. Fishing nets will, with finer mesh will let us catch smaller fish as well, raising the efficiency of fishing harbor by 10%. And generator stops. So we're at 6. So we're still a little bit, like the game said, we are behind. But we have a lot of time before we need the ventilation plants. Can't spill the beans. Optimize materials. Careful selection of process reduces the material cost of structural profiles by 20% and time required to make them by 50%. That might be what we need. Okay. That sounds like a thing we need to do. Then we'll be a little bit more on track here. Allows us to supercharge the steam exchangers used at the construction site to speed up work on the generator. Each use advances work progress by 10% and costs 5 steam exchangers. No thanks. Not yet. Alright, I think I'm going to do optimized materials. That's our sort of immediate need. I do not want this thing to go like, oh, I'm days behind now. That's gonna be a hard hole to dig out of. All right, so we have all the constructy thingies except for. Let's see, which one is that? Oh, generator, machine shop. We still haven't built a machine shop. We need more steel for that. Really want to get this one increased. 5 per hour is terrible. And we can go ahead and build that. Actually, I don't think I want to use that yet. We don't even have people. We still have a whole day before people. End up using steel for something else here. We're about to run out of space for wood.
Shift's over. Stow your tools.
Okay. Wood. Alright, so that being said, I want to have another one on reserve here. Because I'm not going to pay attention to that. And I know I'm going to go, oh no! And then I can just click on it. Ugh. And storage is not full. No gatherable resources in range. That's what I was expecting. We're going to burn through these trees really quick, which is really concerning. Alright, so I guess we'll build another one of these. We could start clearing this area out. In fact, let's do that. So let's put that over there, and boop. That way we have room for later use. And we need to start clearing these trees out as well. Okay, they're all gone. Alright, so we have more workers. We have 10. Alright, so 10 will go back into that sawmill. Cool. We know what's going on. Well, this was just a little break. I have deadlines to meet. Thursday, I'm free, so we'll stay longer then. Oh, no worries. Good luck and have fun. Oh, we will have fun. You can always, come back, watch the recording, so you want some company. Good luck on your projects, meeting your deadlines. I hope you meet them. Are you using, out of curiosity, are you building game stuff? Are you doing stuff in like Unreal or Unity or something? Unless you have to go, in which case, go ahead. Okay. I'm just curious. I don't remember if you mentioned... I think you mentioned... Did you mention Unity? I don't remember. We could pop them in for now, I guess. I did hit resource. I did specify wood. Okay. There it goes. Oh wait, I didn't. I want to change it. Okay, I want to keep that open. I forgot the whole strategy that I had just developed. Goldfish brains. All right, safety procedures. After hour equipment maintenance. Yes, I want to see what this is. After finishing their shift, workers will spend some time cleaning and maintaining their equipment to keep it in safe operating condition. Accident risk will be reduced at all workplaces. This content will rise permanently? I don't understand. Again, I get it mechanically. For every positive thing, they want to have a negative thing. Which, you know, they're for Unity. You don't do... They're for university. Okay. Uni for university. Gotcha. I don't do games there yet. I'm doing databases now. Oh, that's a bit over my head. Cool. Well, have fun with that. Good luck. Remember patience. Well, good luck. Alright. And some time cleaning and maintenance their equipment. Discontent will rise permanently. I don't really understand that, but that's less sick people, I suppose. Oh, I thought I already picked one of these. Alright. You can extend the workday in any facility to 14 hours. Okay, so we're already doing 12 hours. Okay, so this is just like the bonus thing. I could see the 24 hours thing being... Need double manpower. So we have to have people prepared for that. It's interesting. Okay. Alright. Let's make a choice here. And then we're gonna go on a short break. Workplaces will be 10% more efficient during work shifts. Alright, I'm gonna go with this one. I go with that one. Alright, so we have a lot of efficiency bonuses that have kind of been moved around. I'm not really interested in clearing out that little corner just yet. Let's grab 7 people and pop them in here. Okay.